Oh boy. I can't wait to do a terrorist hunt, training grounds on the newly reworked Oregon with the new attacker Iana, who is equipped with the ARX-200.
So dudes, how's it going? I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but blah blah blah. I'm gonna be talking about the Year 5 and Year 6 roadmap, filler words, filler introduction, blah blah blah, yada yada yakety yak.
Whoa there.
So obviously we are in Season 1 of Void Edge, or we're not there yet, but the test server is out. You'll notice me playing some T-Hunts as one of the new operators, Yana, on the reworked Oregon. As you can see there, Oregon rework. 2 new operators, there's the Dutch flag, there's the Jordanian flag, those are your 2 new ops. The attacker that I'm playing in the footage is the Dutch one. And Season 2 is going to feature a South African and a Norwegian operator, as well as a house rework. The Season 3 operator is classified. I think that's a Night Raven symbol, like the mercenary team. It says classified, I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but hey, you get the idea. A Skyscraper rework, and then in Season 4, that is a Thai flag on a Chalet rework. So obviously, one of the first things you're going to notice, well, 2 things you're going to notice, are that we're only getting 6 operators as opposed to the usual 8. We're only getting 1 operator in Season 3 and Season 4 this time around. And then we're only getting map reworks. So that's a little bit of, I guess, quote, bad news for some of you guys. But I have even worse news because it gets even, quote, worse. I'm putting this in really big air quotes because it's not really that big of a deal to me, but I'm sure that the knee-jerk reaction to this is gonna be like, ree. But yeah, in Year 6, we're only gonna get 4 operators. Obviously, I have been very lucky to have an income based off of making videos about new operators. But this is, I think, for the competitive longevity of the game, it's going to be really important, especially as they move the game to next gen. During the panel at the Invitational, which, if you missed, by the way, was one of the best grand finals I've ever watched. During the panel, they basically talked about how they're trying to still give this game 100 operators, and they're trying to keep it running for a long time. They're trying to keep this game running for another 5, even 10 years. So this is a pretty ambitious esports project at this point. Now, if you're trying to get your yearly pass for Year 5, and you're looking at that price tag and you're going, well, there's only 6 operators instead of 8, I'm really upset about this. Well, Ubisoft understands where you're coming from. And if you are a current owner of the Year 4 pass, they're going to give you 600 R6 credits, as well as 2 legendary and 3 epic alpha packs. I think that is a decent compensation for people that already bought the Year 4 pass. Also, everybody who was all in a huff about the Battle Pass, myself included, it's here to stay, but if you buy the yearly passes, you can buy the Battle Passes over the course of each season for a discount. I'm still not that particularly interested in it. I don't think it's really, I don't think the one that we had for the Invitational was really that worth it. It was a lot of, like, okay skins for, I think, a little bit, yeah, just not my thing. And guys, I really get it. You're probably looking, some of you, at the lack of operators, or at least the rate of operators is being reduced. There's no new maps this season, just reworks. No new maps until Year 6, and then by Year 6, it's only going to be 4 ops, not 8 operators. There's less content. It's not coming out as quickly. What's going on? Is this game about to implode? Is it over? Are we in the siege end times? No. No, not even close. Not even close. Let me tell you why.
Killing you is full-time job now.
How do you counter Tachanka? Well, you pre-fire him and you shoot at the torso. Well, how would you counter that? Simple. Give the MG a bipod. Make the MG Tachanka's primary weapon. Not a gadget. His primary weapon.
I think you all get the point. Tachanka needs a little bit of love. This is still my most upvoted Reddit post of all time, which isn't saying a lot because Reddit sucks. But the idea clearly resonated with people. I don't think the bipod that I wanted was ever really gonna happen the more that I've played Siege. I think the engine and the competitive game's nature just isn't gonna really allow that sort of thing to take place. But if you don't think I called that, suck my DP28. The gun is gonna be hip-fireable and ADS-able like every other primary in the game. It's going to have really strong destructive potential, as you can see here. So Tachanka can also use this thing as a utility gun to make rotates, murder holes, and stuff like that, or to just make sure that nobody can escape your wrath. To put Tachanka's Russian ingenuity to even further heights, he now has a Mosing Nagant that fires a fiery grenade. So it looks like he's actually gonna be good now. He's gonna have a utility gun that I presume is gonna be a force to be reckoned with in its own right, and he's now an area denial operator. The ping system is also going to be overhauled as well. It looks like you can call out gadgets that are visible to your teammates either in drone or when you're just walking around. I wonder if IQ Scanner is going to be able to see these pings as well. On one hand, I think there's a bit of a skill element to Siege to actually call things out properly, but if this is going to make solo queuing a little bit easier, or playing with your randoms just a little bit easier, yeah, thank you. I'm okay with it. We also got to see a little bit of this new Defender gadget, which is a motion sensor that basically emits beeps, like the beepers by 90 cam on bank just by open area, and the beepers by the top of metal stairs on border. So basically, if an attacker walks by this thing, it's gonna go beep and then give the defender a sound cue. I've wanted a defender that has a sound-focused gadget for a long time, and I thought that this was an idea that they could do for an operator's kit solely. But if they're adding it as a secondary gadget, I'm a little bit iffy about it. If an operator just has one of them, I don't think it's going to be too unbalanced. We're also going to get the Mini-Thermites for the attackers soon, so keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah. We're also going to be getting ranked and unranked map bans in Year 5. So blue team picks a map to ban, orange team picks a map to ban, and then it's process of elimination out of 3 total maps. I am so down with this feature. I am so tired of getting on attack first and having to deal with frickin' canal. This is a godsend. And it's going to make stratting so much easier and like specializing in certain maps, getting to know a map particularly well with your stack, so much more fluid, so much more intuitive. I am really hype about this feature. We're also getting tons of map reworks. After this season, Void Edge, after the Oregon rework, Season 2 of Year 5 is going to have a house rework. Here are some pictures of it. Season 3 is going to be a Skyscraper rework, and Season 4 is going to be a Chalet rework. I presume we're going to get new maps by Year 6. That's a long time to wait, but for me, I think that making a map competitively viable and then adding it to the ranked pool is just as good as getting a new map, because I don't really play casual anyway, and I don't really get to see house that much unless I'm playing T-Hunt, which got renamed to Training Grounds with this new season coming up, Void Edge. I don't know if that's just a PR thing because they don't want to say the T word or something, or if they're gonna do more with Training Grounds, quote, and add like different exercises, a little bit more modularity. Maybe you can do like headshots only, infinite health, infinite ammo, infinite reload, stuff to kind of isolate certain parts of your aim and make the game into a more comprehensive aim trainer. I think would be a step in the right direction for Siege. This is all speculation about the Training Grounds part. They didn't really talk about it that much during the panel. Stuff for YouTubers like me, a new replay system. This is going to make my life so much easier. It's going to make Pro League coaches' lives easier. It's going to make analysts' lives easier. This is really, really cool. It looks like we're going to be able to take matches that we've played, go back, and then be able to kind of use the observer mode that's used during Pro League games, the spectator mode where you can go with the top-down view, or you can look at whatever perspective you want. I've been wanting a replay system for this game forever ago. It's not only going to make it easier for me to catalog my footage, it's also going to be a lot easier for me to look at my own gameplay and see how exactly a round broke down and give you guys an idea of what's going on in my videos. Awesome quality of life feature, Ubi. Big ups. I can't wait to use this. Seriously, I am really, really excited about this. You guys are going to have to stop raging at your teammates. There's a reputation system coming into town, kind of like how CSGO has the player feedback system. I know that Rainbow Six Siege can often seem to be filled with nothing but those kids with the underground tag and their Xbox Live Gamer tags, but hopefully this is going to give you an idea of who's a little bit more agreeable on your team and who's not so agreeable on your team. I don't know if this is necessarily going to start targeting players who type good night after every time they get a really basic, simple kill in all chat. I think trash talking is just the nature of any competitive game, and there's nothing you can really do about it. And I don't want Yubi to go too over the edge here. Trash talk in all chat from one team to the other is one thing. People on your team, like randoms that are gonna backseat game you and then get mad when you die, that's extremely annoying and unhelpful. And I think a system like this is going to help weed that out a little bit. Implemented correctly, this is cool. If it's too draconian, not cool. Also looks like the Pro League schedule and the way it's run is going to be significantly revamped to accommodate the size and scope of it over the course of 2020 to eventually even 2021. They have a whole bunch of stuff mapped out that I'd rather talk about in a separate video. Oh yeah, arcade playlists, one in the chamber. This looks like a lot of fun. This is all a part of an effort by Ubisoft, what it seems to be, to me, a larger focus on competitive play, making the game more esports friendly. Year 5 and Year 6 are pretty much just trying to get this game to compete with the big boys like CSGO. And I think that they realize that there's some competition coming with Project A by Riot Games, and we need to get some stuff into gear here. You know, we need to make this into a AAA game and really make it an appealing option compared to other games in the market. So while there's not going to be as much like content in terms of what you guys are used to, and certainly what I've been used to over the past 4 years, I think there's going to be more content in terms of quality of life and just trying to keep the game nice and polished and making it into the tier 1 esport that Siege, in my opinion, is destined to become. That pretty much wraps up the Year 5 panel. If you guys want to check it out, there's a video of the full thing that's 45 minutes long somewhere on YouTube. Just Google Rainbow Six Year 5 Invitational. Give you something that'll pop up along those lines. But that's going to do it for me. So check out my Twitch channel. I'm going to be live streaming the TS pretty much every weekday at about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Twitch.tv/Jan_Gregor. I hope to see you guys on stream very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. Deuces.